Meteorologist Anthony J here with extreme weather alerts and updating you on major hurricane Idalia, which is going to be making landfall here on the Florida coast. Could be upgraded at any time to a major hurricane. Right now, Category 2 as of the last update, but you know, that new update's coming in any minute. Could be Category 3. And look at Hurricane Franklin out here, going to graze Bermuda tomorrow as well. But nothing like what's happening down here. You can see a close-up of Idalia as it's moving just a hair to the east of due north. You follow that eye, take you up right up to about in here, and we're seeing heavy rain and stormy conditions, and you know it right now in the Tampa area because you are under some of those bands. Here's a quick look at the path of the storm. Still looks like that same zone about 5 to 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Here's the radar of the storm as well, and you can see these very intense bands I was talking about. You're getting nailed right now in Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota, all the way down to Port Charlotte, and there could be some isolated tornadoes in these bands. And you'll see even more closely here on the next rad. You might see the lights go flicker. They may go off. You'll hear noise outside, and that's these heavy, intense feeder bands going around the hurricane. The center of the hurricane is actually out here, and it's almost a beam of you now, Tampa. So that's good news in that it's not going to hit Tampa Bay directly. So we can be very thankful for that. But it's going to be kind of a rough night down here for you guys as well. And there's a tornado watch, and it stretches all the way from Fort Myers to Gainesville, Florida, for those quick spin-ups that might occur. There's the path again, and here's a better look at the path showing the towns here. Anywhere in that red is going to see the best chance of having the full brunt of the storm moving in. Now here's a look at some of the models here. Really nothing changed. It's just we have sped up the time of the storm. This is 5 a.m. and this is 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. So from this model here, we're talking about the landfall coming right in the dawn hours or even just before dawn. Rainfall, you can see locally 8 inches or more possible in some areas. It's not the wettest hurricane because it's moving fairly quickly, but you're still going to have some flooding out there, and even around the Tampa area could see upwards locally of 6 inches of rain. But the number one concern really with this is the storm surge, and look at this, up to 15 to maybe 18 feet now in this purple area here. So any communities, there aren't many, thankfully, but like Horseshoe Beach and near Cedar Key, these surges will be coming in during the early Wednesday morning. I'm hoping that the worst of it will be away from you, Cedar Key, that it will be more concentrated up in here towards to the south of Perry, because Perry is not on the coast, right on the coast. But right in that vicinity is where it looks like, as we get closer to this happening, where I think the worst of it is going to hit. So Horseshoe Beach, you might get some of the worst effects there as well. So you absolutely can't be in this storm area as that comes on in. Down to the south, we had some storm surges on Tuesday, and this forecast verified rather well, to 4 to 5 feet. And now for Tampa, we're watching you for Wednesday morning. Upwards of 7 feet is possible and around the bay. So that will create some flooding, but it's not going to be catastrophic. We're going to be seeing the worst in these towns here like Stanachi, Horseshoe Beach, Cedar Key. South of Perry, Sewanee will be the storm surge. But you'll get extreme conditions there in Perry as well. And right on the coast, some areas will be basically wiped out because nothing can really survive that kind of surge. For Tampa, St. Pete, again, gusts to near hurricane force overnight. There will be some improvement as we head into later on Wednesday. And then for Cedar Key, Wednesday morning, a wild morning for sure with the hurricane making landfall. Hopefully, the very worst of it might be just a little to the west of you, but that's what you can expect there. And for Tallahassee, no surge concerns, but the wind concerns, because the eye wall may move right over you, and the storm's not going to have a lot of time to weaken. So you might see wind gusts above 100 miles per hour, and also be creating some significant structural wind damage as a result, and certainly outages. And we'll see if maybe an update came in here. Not quite yet, but things are moving right along. Thanks for listening in. Prayers for everybody down there, and hunker down if you happen to be in the storm area. And we'll have another update coming up next.